Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Saturday, the 31st of December. Well, let's get straight into it. But first a quick recap. Yesterday started very poorly, then ended pretty well, and in the end we should have won about 100 and about 40 quid in the end. Obviously, the very last horse of the day won at 20 to 1. He's our start. That was backed into, I know it touched 13 to 2. I don't know what price it ended in the end, but that still returned £7.80 for us because of how the bets were. Because I really wanted something else with it, or something else to win ideally. And then the football bet came in, over 2.5 goals. Well, that came in relatively comfortably, but then towards the end, all we're waiting on is Liverpool to score one more because we'd got 4 goals in the other two matches, and then Liverpool winning 2-1, which obviously works out to 3 goals. Then we wanted one more goal. Well, I didn't watch the match, but by all accounts, Nunes, the forward, should have had a hat trick, really. So a bit gutted, really, because that would have returned £118, the over 3.5 goals bet. And that would have been really nice to what would have been, for me, it was a profitable day. I think we put £20 on and got £28 back, but it seemed really like a non-event. So let's get straight into Saturday's selections. I've chosen 2 main horse racing bets and then once again a football bet. I'm a bit restricted with the football bet, but I really wanted one because it was Saturday. But yeah, I think it's just Premiership only on the football. So let's get straight into it. So the first bet is a 5p each way Hines. I've also had 10p each way doubles and 30p each way fivefold on all these selections you're about to see now. So let's get straight into it. So I haven't taken the price on a single horse. So I've left them all or switched them all to SP. So the first selection is Octician in the 11.50 at Lingfield, paying 4 places instead of 3. The second selection is Yellow Jacket in the 11.55 at Warwick, paying 5 places instead of 4. The third selection is Valerian Gold in the 1 o'clock at Warwick, paying 5 places instead of 3. The fourth selection is Warranty in the 1.50 at Newbury, paying 5 places instead of 3. The fifth selection is Valsheda in the 2.25 at Newbury, paying 5 places instead of 3. And the final selection for this bet is Piffle in the 3.15 at Lingfield. So there you can see the fivefolds as well. The 10p each way doubles were actually above that bet, but right, hang on 1 second. Right, just got a little bit confused. So the each way Hines is a 5p each way Hines, and then 10p each way doubles. I believe I've mixed. I'm getting confused with the fivefolds. Yeah. So that the first bet is a 5p each way Hines and a 30 and 10p each way doubles. Sorry, I'm getting it right wrapped around my neck. Right, the next bet is a 20p each way Canadian. The first selection is Rocking a Storm in the 3 minutes past 12 race at Uttoxeter. The second selection is God in 60 in the 12.33 at Uttoxeter, paying 4 places instead of 3. The third selection is Nickelback in the 1.43 at Uttoxeter, paying 4 places instead of 3. The fourth selection is Back Rocky in the 2.53 at Uttoxeter, paying 5 places instead of 4. And the final selection in that bet is Bring the Action in the 3.28 at Uttoxeter, paying 4 places instead of 4. So that's a 20p each way Canadian, and then also include them in the 30p each way fivefold. And finally, the football bet. So this was to make it to £28, which was everything that was returned today. So I've not had to deposit anything else. So you may see some funny numbers when it comes to stake wise. But the first bet is a £5 over 2.5 goals treble. The Fulham and Southampton match Newcastle and Leeds match, and the Brighton versus Arsenal match. The net stake is £1 treble on the over 4.5 goals markets. Same teams or same matches. Newcastle versus Leeds. It threw me out there because I put them in a different order. Fulham versus Southampton, and Brighton versus Arsenal. And finally, a £2.33 treble over 3.5 goal treble. Fulham versus Southampton, Newcastle versus Leeds, and Brighton versus Arsenal. And that one you can see there, that's just a anti-post long-term bet. So those are all the bets for Saturday. I shall bring you Sunday or New Year's Day bets about 9 or 10 o'clock Sunday morning. So the very best of luck. Fingers crossed for a much better day right from the start, hopefully. The very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.